Hello, for those of you who don't know me, my name is David Caffel and I'm the Chief Exec of the AIC. What I want to do in the next couple of minutes is to talk to you about threats and opportunities to food production. Now, when I talk about food production, many of you will immediately think about sustainable intensification. And it's the intensification piece that I want to talk about now. This basically assumes that we will be building upon the blocks that we currently have today. The problem is that we are likely to lose a lot of the tools for production, both for arable farming and for livestock production. Let me take you through what we call a battalion of threats. On the arable side, I think many of you will be familiar with the situation with regard to neonicotinoids. The endocrine disruptors, as a group of crop protection products, we could lose between 20 to 40 active ingredients from an already fairly short list. And that could mean that we could lose all of our ability, for example, to control septoria in cereals. In addition, we could lose a number of active ingredients or have their use fairly heavily restricted as a result of Drinking Water Directive or Water Framework Directive. We have 3 major oilseed rape herbicides that all have groundwater issues. We have blackgrass resistance, very prevalent, and more worryingly in that respect, no new silver bullets likely to come from the manufacturers in the near term. And the final thing on the arable side is with metaldehyde for the control of slugs. It's our major active ingredient, and again, I think most of you will be familiar with the problems. Let me try and put some sort of numbers on the cumulative effect of these changes. Year on year, UK wheat production is round about 13 million tonnes. It's entirely possible, as a result of these changes, that number could fall from 13 down to 8 million tonnes. A calamitous reduction. Turning then to the livestock side, of course, the fact that there will be a loss of raw material for the UK feed industry in the way that I've just referred to on the arable side. Changes to the feed and food regulation are biting pretty severely. The differentials on animal welfare within the EU could mean that we could lose as much as 10% of the UK pig herd. There are changes to the NVZ rules and waste options, and antimicrobial resistance is something that again is a severe threat to the industry. So having given this catalogue of doom, what are we asking people to do differently? Well, in the first instance, we're saying to UK governments and also to our representatives in the EU that we need a recognition of the fact that food production is very seriously impacted by the proposed changes. Now, we're not asking people to ignore the science, but we want people to understand the political reality of these things that are constricting food production. And in terms of our membership, we're asking in the first instance our members to understand the nature, the cumulative nature of all of these threats, and to understand that this is going to be a major part of our work stream over the next 12 to 18 months as we seek to reverse the tide of some of these very, very significant impacts upon the industry. Thank you very much.